Hello, denizens of the internet, or should I say the Wheel of Time enthusiasts. As the internet is an interesting place with whatever the latest TV or show or movie hype train is, as such I've fallen down a rabbit hole in a way that has been almost 2 decades in the making. I had initially come across the series back when I was in high school, around 1995 or so, coming across the first book in the series of The Wheel of Time. When I had first encountered this series with the first book titled The Eye of the World, with the art on the cover portraying Lan and Moiraine on horses. I was getting into fantasy novels, and after having read books by Anne McCaffrey, Frank Herbert, and David Eddings. Unfortunately, due to life circumstances and as the rest of the series hadn't been written yet, I found myself stopping at book 10. But I had very recently picked up the first 3 books of this series again with the intent on taking the time to read them. Now, with the modern advancements in visual effects for TV and movies, the series has been revived for the next generation of fantasy fans who love stories of magic and monsters. For anyone who has watched the Wheel of Time series and has also read the books, you may have observed there is a marked and severe lacking of shawls that could have been in the show, which are referenced in the book series. So, as the wheel weaves as the wheel wills, I would like to issue a challenge for those of you who would wield the one power in this context being the power to create. This challenge is for anyone who enjoys either the show or the books, and this is a call to all of the Aes Sedai or Dragon Reborn enthusiasts to either make a shawl and or other crafts and props that are based on the Wheel of Time series. I will be starting with the shawl, and for anyone following along, I challenge you to make your own shawl if you choose to do so by either sewing, weaving, crochet, or knitting your own. Now, keep in mind that you don't have to go quite as hardcore as I will be going, which is spinning all of my own yarn. And I think I may have bought too much. But then again, for those of you who have access to spinning tools, is there really such a thing as too much fiber or yarn? I guess we'll see if I bought too much. I have yet to learn how to do the math on that. Let me take you into some details about the shawls. Also, please note that there may be some spoilers from the books, just as a fair warning. The generalized description that is in most of the books of what the shawls look like are as follows. The shawl is the color of the Aja, with a long fringe with either flowers or vines embroidered on the shawl, as well as the white teardrop flame of Tar Valon in the middle. As the description from The Great Hunt, Moiraine's shawl is depicted as having an embroidered curling ivy and grapevines on hers, as well as blue as the morning sky. My plan is to spin and knit my own shawl, which will probably be quite big if I can manage, as winters here in Canada get quite cold and I would like to use this for warmth. Also, as I would like to use this shawl when not doing cosplay, I plan on making a pin to attach to the shawl for the white flame of Tar Valon and then add some flowers or vines as embroidery. I will possibly sketch this out at some point when the base of the shawl is done as part of my planning process, but we'll have to see. As for which Aja that I will be joining, based on almost every personality test that I've come across on the internet, and also as it's my favorite color, I will be joining Moiraine with the blues. The colors for all the Aja are as follows. The blue, which is fighters and causes for justice. The greens, which are the battle Aja, who are the frontline warriors. The yellow are the healers. Reds are the castigators, or those who misuse the one power for both women and men. White is for logic, philosophy, and seekers of truth. The grays are the diplomats and mediators, and browns are gatherers and conservators of knowledge. Now here's where we get to the spoiler alert. In 3, 2, 1. For those of you who have read the books, and for those Aes Sedai that are hiding amongst the sisters in the White Tower that are dark friends, there is a secretive Black Aja, the one power channelers that are loyal to the Dark One. Also, for those who have seen the show, the dragon pin is the pin on the lapel of Lews Therin Telmon in the vision that Rand has when encountering the Dark One in the last episode of the season. End of spoiler alert. This particular challenge has no specific deadline and you can join it at any time. I'm sure that myself, as well as the fellow denizens of the internet or one power wielders, would love to see what you all come up with in terms of your own designs and your own take on these shawls. I would suggest that if you are joining, that you use the hashtag WOTCraftalong if you intend to join. You can use sewing to make a 2-layered shawl and test your embroidery skills. You can use pre-embroidered fabric or pre-patterned fabric, or you could even knit or crochet or weave your own. The main rules for this portion of the challenge to make a shawl is to ensure that the shawl has the fringe and the aja that you associate the most with, as well as the white flame of Tarvalon on the back. I also plan on creating an accessory for those who are more interested in the Dragon Reborn for a later video, once I have more time and the supplies to make one. Now, I know what you're thinking. The show and the books are heavily gender biased. Regardless of that, based on how and when the books were written, with my issuing of this challenge, I say you can join the challenge and make anything you like, regardless of your gender or gender expression, and enjoy your work and wear it proudly, as clothing and pins are not gendered. So my fellow channelers, weavers, sewists, knitters, and crocheters, or enthusiasts about the series, if you choose to join, please follow along with this adventure, and if you join, please use the hashtag WOTCraftalong. I will be making a playlist for those of you who let me know if they're making something. And I will be showcasing my own journey in the next video for the shawl. This is just a little taste for things to come. And just remember that no one can stand in the shadow so long that they cannot find the light again. I hope to see you all soon, good journey, and I'll see you all next time.